Yes, how Disney effed up our lives. It did not teach us how the real world works.
Empowering women by their life lessons and manifestation skills, helping you reach your dreams faster. They did it. They'll show you how without making the same mistakes they did. One cowgirl, bull-raising childless wife with multiple businesses and streams of income who is manifesting her dreams into reality. She will help you with your weight loss and wealth goals, making you healthy and wealthy. One badass boy mom with a passion for energy, healing, health, and fitness. She will help you with healing and overcoming limited beliefs to manifest the life you've always dreamt. It's Tenneile and Candi, taking life by the horns.
Welcome to our podcast, Take Life by the Horns.
And Take No Bull.
We've got an exciting one for you today, all based on Disney movies, how it affected our life. But first, our gratitudes. Candi, what are you thankful for today?
Well, I have to say that I'm grateful that I get to work from home, and I'm grateful that I get to puppy sit every single day. So my son and my son's girlfriend, we all live together, and I get to babysit their two dogs during the day while they're working. So their little puppy jumped up. I was typing away today, and he noticed the letters moving across on the screen, and he jumped up and was like barking at each letter that I typed. And then if I stopped typing, he'd like turn his head and be like, "What's going on?" And I'd start typing. He'd roar, roar, roar. It was the cutest thing. Made my day. So grateful I get to work from home and I get to puppy sit every single day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It could be straight out of a Disney movie.
It almost was.
Yeah.
What about you?
Adorable. So because we're talking about Disney movies, I'm really thankful for movie night. We had movie nights growing up. And this is going to age us. We're going to do a lot of things today that's going to age us, including VHS tapes. But we'd go to not Blockbusters because I'm from a small town, but it was JC Flicks. It was our little movie theater, and get to pick out a movie and have movie night and popcorn. And then we still do that. Me and my husband watch a movie, stream a movie, and I really do enjoy movies, but they have definitely changed from when we were kids. So today's podcast is about Disney and how it affected our lives. So we have a lot.
Yes, how Disney effed up our lives. It did not teach us how the real world works. So let's get into it. Some of the things that Disney taught us as little kids that maybe were not true. And let's start off with happily ever after always happens.
Cinderella. All the VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And really, I would say everything. All the Disney movies, but Cinderella definitely.
Well, and waiting for somebody to come in and save you. Waiting for a man to come in. Okay, yes, here's my codependency talking. Waiting for a man to come in and save you, rescue you, give you the life you've always dreamed of. We need to be our own saviors and save ourselves and not wait around for anybody, not just a man, but like anybody to come in and give us our happily ever after. Our happily ever afters up to us.
Yeah. I really related to Cinderella. I mean, she had the wicked stepmother. She had the stepsisters, but I always said I had the wicked stepmother and the nice half-brothers. But, waiting for the Prince Charming, come and save us. And the fairy godmother, where's my fairy godmother? Yeah. Come in and just turn that pumpkin into a carriage. Yeah. Love Cinderella.
So happily ever after can happen. Just don't wait for somebody to come around and give you your happily ever after.
You are your own happily ever after. You are in charge of your destiny, including your future, everything. So Prince Charming is not coming. You are your own Prince Charming. So Cinderella.
Yes. All right. Number 2, true love's kiss fixes everything.
Sleeping Beauty.
How many frogs did we have to kiss? Oh, no, just kidding.
Okay, Candi.
True love's kiss fixes everything. It does not fix everything.
No, so I remember watching this movie and thinking, oh, this is so stupid. That if I would drop a tear on a flower petal, that it would come back to life and cure everything. I mean, how silly is this?
Yeah.
Obviously, I was a very young girl. But yeah, Sleeping Beauty. It's a great one. But there is no true love's kiss that's going to fix everything. So unfortunately, we're going to have to put on our own big girl panties and fix it ourselves.
Yeah, because we're capable. And it's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Right? Take responsibility and handle our own stuff. We're going to come back to Sleeping Beauty here shortly because Sleeping Beauty taught us a couple of lessons.
Yeah. Okay, so I won't toss this one on the floor.
Not yet. Okay.
Everybody's favorite.
Oh,
especially the older millennials.
Just change. Transform yourself. Give up pieces of yourself and you'll find happiness. So what did this teach us? It taught us if we give up our voice, that we'll find happiness.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Little Mermaid. And she gave up everything. She was under the sea. She had all of her little trinkets that she loved and that beautiful voice. And she met a man and knew him. Let's talk about that too. So knew him for 2 minutes and was willing to give away everything she had.
Her beautiful voice. And think about that. Like, we're talking about a singing voice in Little Mermaid, but sometimes we give up our own voice, our own power for somebody else. In a lot of cases, intimate relationships and with men or women. And we give something up and we give our power away to keep somebody. We transform ourselves thinking if we can change, if we can, in her case, become human, if we can become something else, then we're going to receive love and we're going to receive everything that our heart has desired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a big one here. And, she may have learned that actually, that she wasn't supposed to give up everything.
Yeah.
But even the thought that if we change who we are for love, that we're going to have our happily ever after is so backwards.
Yeah.
Again, love the movie. Don't love the
message.
The message.
Number 4 is if he loves you, he's mean to you. And we don't have a movie for this, but we are referencing Beauty and the Beast, for example. So
it's one of my favorites. Yeah. Oh, Beauty and the Beast, Belle. And,
but it also kind of aligns with like Stockholm syndrome. Right?
I mean, 100%.
Yeah.
She was kidnapped.
Yes.
To save her family and she was kidnapped by the Beast.
Yeah.
Who, let's be honest, he was supposed to be ugly, but.
Yeah. Oh, he was super cute and adorable. We all loved him. But I think it sent the wrong message. And I think about this a lot as we tell our kids, even in elementary, like, oh, the boy was mean to you. That's because he likes you. Do not teach your children this. No. Because I grew up believing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He may like you, but you don't want that love. That's not the love that you want. Yeah. Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. Okay. So number 5, when in doubt, just run away. And we don't have a movie for this either, but we are referencing Frozen with Elsa. So if your life is not what you want, well, just run away and everything will be better.
And they'll chase after you. Yeah. How many are really going to chase after you? I think we're taught if we just run off, they'll come after us and save us. Nobody's coming.
No. Nobody should either, right?
Yeah.
If those are, for lack of a better way of saying, those are the games you play, you run away to make somebody prove their love and prove their desire for you. It's very unhealthy. So, yeah, not the best message that we want to send to our young people. And especially young girls.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah. All right. Number 6. It's totally cool to own wild animals and you can talk to animals all day long. I actually love this one.
Snow White?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
I talk to animals.
Yeah, I do too. It's funny. My kids were out the other day and we were standing there talking and my kids are like, Mom, you're standing in a red ant pile. And I was like, oh, so? And they're like, move out of the red ant pile. And I was like, kids, do you know who I am? They don't bite me. And they really don't.
Wow, they bite me.
There's a frequency and they get along with me just fine. This is part of that manifestation, honestly, right? You just put that out there. So I actually love this message that one of the message that Snow White sends is that you can be friends with animals and you can speak to animals and you should honor all life.
Yeah. But again, there's a man that comes in and saves her. The bite of the apple. There's a wicked is she the wicked stepmother, the queen?
Yeah.
So it's not all good. But I wouldn't mind 7 dwarves to clean the house.
And take care of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snow White had some issues.
All right.
Besides just talking to animals.
Number 7, and this is a really good one. This one hits close to my heart, and it is villains always look scary.
What do you think it is? Lion King. So yeah, Mufasa. So he was the good king. Scar was the bad king, and he did look scary, making you think that, oh, it's easy to pick out the villain. Usually the villain's the good, handsome one. Watch out for those smooth talkers, those good-looking men.
Yep. You can't always pick out the villains in your life. You have to have discernment. You have to kind of have that conversation with yourself, like, is this a good person? Are they putting off good vibes for me? Am I picking up good juju from them?
Yeah.
Just because they look scary does not necessarily mean that they're not good for you. And just because they look like everything you want does not mean they are good for you. So having discernment to decide is always important.
Yep, definitely.
All right. Number 8. It is always okay to start your relationship off with little lies.
You guessed it, Aladdin.
Yeah.
He lied to her pretty bad.
I mean, honestly, if we're real with one another, I think this is how 99.9% of relationships start off.
Really? Okay, tell me
I
more.
mean, I really think that people enter relationships and meet one another, and they're not authentic about who they are. Everybody puts on a face about something they are, or something they want to be, or something they like, or, we've had conversations in the past, like if I go out on a date and I don't like something, I'm going to be honest. And I've had men ask me and say, hey, do you want to go to a Nuggets game? And I'm like, oh yeah, I should tell you right off the bat, I don't like sports, and basketball is my least favorite of all the sports, right? Like I'm right out of the gate, very honest about who I am. And a lot of guys have been like, most girls would have lied and like showed up with their Nuggets gear and, pretended to be huge fans. And I think honestly, that's a lot of going in, or when you first meet somebody, you want to pretend you're cool. You want to pretend you're something they want and they like, and you're kind of afraid to be pretty authentic because they might not want to hang out with you anymore.
I think on first dates, you put your first face, your best face forward, and then you don't get to see the no makeup, early morning look for quite a while. Yeah.
So don't start your relationships off with even the white lies. I am a huge proponent of living life in full authenticity, in full transparency, in full honesty and truth. And if that means that you say you don't like the Nuggets and he's like, sorry, I want a sports girl who loves the Nuggets. Well, that's not the right relationship for you anyways. So let it go. And God's got something better on the way for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
Aladdin.
All right. We are moving on to number 9. And this pretty much, I think, fits everything. But our bodies need to be perfect, and then we will be loved, wanted, desired, and valued.
So that's pretty much everything I did. I just grabbed Cinderella again because she, they came and she was just a homely servant until fairy godmother came and put her in the beautiful dresses and did her hair in this glass slippers. And I think it's perception again. You want to be perceived as the most popular person, the prettiest, everybody's favorite, when really we just need to be who we are, just unique.
And I think the other message, and I think this fits along with a lot of the Disney movies too, is the female villain, right, who tries to get rid of the beautiful women. The female villain who is jealous of the girls who have the beautiful voices and the beautiful hearts and connect with nature and are genuinely good.
Yeah.
Right. So there's also that piece of jealousy and trying to take others out who you're jealous of and wish you were more like, or something,
Like the stepsisters. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. And same in Snow White. The queen came after her. And even in like The Little Mermaid, right?
Oh, I think all of Sleeping Beauty, fairest, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. Oh, she was jealous.
They all had a female nemesis. And we're here to empower women, right? There is no jealousy. We are all beautiful beings. We all bring something unique and awesome to the table that nobody else brings.
Yeah.
Like, be proud of that, and be proud of that with your sisters, right? Like Tenneile and I.
Yeah. And I do have to say, there are good things on all of these movies. I'm still going to watch my Disney movies. Frozen was one. It was about sisters who come together, and it wasn't a prince that saved them. It was her own sister. So I really like how things are kind of progressing. But definitely there were these fairy tales that we were told that had us waiting, or had me at least waiting for my Prince Charming, when, you didn't need that. Everything you needed for happily ever after you have.
Right in here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. So number 10, and this is a big one too. You're supposed to know he's the one right away.
Oh, well, here's Cinderella again. Yeah. So, love at first sight.
Yes.
How many believe in love at first sight?
I mean, I do, but I believe it with very strong discernment. I do know if there's a connection pretty quickly, and if there's not, pretty quickly, but I'm not a girl that's out there searching for it and desperate for it and forcing it and making it happen. And I think that's the difference.
Okay.
For me.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm this Disney girl. I believe in rom-coms and love at first sight and all that stuff. Should I? Probably not. But yeah, I think you kind of goes back to Aladdin. Until you know who somebody really is, you don't really know if you're in love or not. You may be in love with an idea of what this person is. You may be in love with how beautiful this person is. But until you know everything about them, you're just being judgmental. You're just making judgments and you're making assumptions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it can take a while.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think, even if you knew right off the bat, you still need to take a step back, use discernment, use a little bit of space, make good decisions. Just don't try to force things and create what you want with the situation that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a good message for everybody. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed us kind of using Disney to tap into maybe some of the things us as women, we truly in this world and in this life really do struggle with. And whether it comes from Disney or not really is irrelevant. It is things that as girls and women and everybody struggle with in the world of finding our own value and being authentically ourselves, not giving our power away, not searching outside of ourselves, not waiting for a hero. Yeah.
Be your own Prince Charming.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us on this podcast. Take life by the horns, but take no bull, where we are on a mission to empower 1 million women to step into their power, believe in their ability to live life of their dreams, and fearlessly take life by the horns.
Awesome. Yes, how Disney effed up our lives. It did not teach us how the real world works.